Okay, so for those of you who are new to Artistly, it's one of a myriad of programs that these folk have. You can just search for Artistly, you'll find it, online. But I have Artistly and a few of the other tools. So I want to share one thing that I find exceptionally helpful. So if you come to Artistly, we go to Create Design. There's an advanced image editor. I use Fast AI Image Designer probably most of the time. And within this, a specific feature. So you have tons and tons of different formats and presets and everything, and they're good at what they do individually, but you've got to find out how it fits in for you. So I'm going to show you this AI Design Assistant. I've already shown it in a previous video, but I'm going to show you a different perspective of what I use it for, which I think is quite incredible, mostly for people who are busy designing or getting a design and there's it's already in a final PDF or PNG and there's one little small tweak and you don't want to go through the whole design process. You don't have the open files and all that. This is actually quite brilliant. But before I go there to Human Stylizer, just to mention that in my opinion, AI Upscaler is not really, as if this video is not really up to, scratch as far as I'm concerned. Well, pretty much quite a few of the different tools. However, in certain parts of these tools, they are quite incredible. So I think if Upscaler starts to get to the level and it's able to take the image and keep quality and upsize it and all that great and retain all the qualities, I think we're up for a winning combination, specifically between AI Upscaler and Human Stylizer. So let me click Human Stylizer and share with you what I'm going to do. So I'm probably, let me show you, these are the ones that I've done here, and I'm going to just use the same prompt. So if I go here, click on the eye, it says create a neon sign of this poster, and the poster is, I'll show you now, it's just Dance Love Sing, and it's just a plain poster. There's no lights or anything around it, but I'm saying create a neon poster and have a woman dancing in front of it. Place the poster high up and let the light illuminate the dancer very well. Have the woman wearing combination of Jamaican and South African flag colors and facing the camera in the first person. Ensure that the woman is illuminated enough to clearly see a dress, outfit, and a face. And I think that does it pretty well. So I'm going to just show it to you quickly. If I go here, select that prompt, and I'm going to use the same image and see what we came up with. Okay, so I'm going to go to AI Design Assistant, go to Human Stylizer, and then browse to that specific image just to show you. Okay, so this is the image here. If I open it large on the screen, this is what the original image is. So what is great about this, you can use it with people's faces and do all of that, and it's brilliant. Or you could do it with objects. With some of the edits inside Artistly, it's exclusively for faces, other ones exclusively for photos. I love this Human Stylizer because you could use it on basically any elements. It seems to work well. Okay, so we're going to open this one and it imports it, and you can also choose it from an existing library that you've already done. But there you see the poster, and I'm going to just put a prompt in here, Control V to prompt it in here. And this is the exact same prompt I'm giving. And maybe I'm going to say create a green neon sign, and then we click Stylize. And there we go. So let's see what we come up here on the side with. Okay, down here, the other video I did was to show how we can add color to black and white photos. That was the black and white photo. That's the colorizing of it. Really works cool. There's some other colorizings also. So let's see what we have here. I am just going to refresh to see what we can get from that. And there we got it. Okay, kind of almost looks like this lady here, but here you can see it's green in color, and maybe let's zoom in a bit closer. as you see here, the quality of the image is nowhere near, as great as it could be. But I think if we give the prompt that it needs to be high resolution, skin clarity and all that, it will do that. Okay, so here you can see this is almost like a South African flag thing. And if I don't want it with a dress like this, if I want it more conservative, I need to just put that into the prompt. But there we go. From that dance prompt on top there, we're getting that particular setup. And that's what we've asked for. Another thing that I think is really good is, let's go in here. And I'm going to pull through an image now like this. Okay, and I'm using these things. There's no people involved, even though it's Human Stylizer. But let's say I have a poster like this, and it's been created, put into JPEG or PNG already, and it's out there. And now we discover, we can't give them 25% off this poster. It's got to be 20%. This is the cool thing about it. Yeah, I'm going to just go in here and say, on this poster, whoops, on this poster, change the 25% to 20%. Okay, that's kind of quite clear. Okay, let's see what comes of that. We're going to go in and stylize. Okay, this is just amazing. So as you can see here, the prompts, maybe we can look at this prompt here. This prompt just said create a neon sign of the poster. I didn't specify any colors like the green one I gave. So it's choosing just white light. And with a woman dancer in front of it, place the poster higher up and let the light illuminate the dancer very well. There we got it. Okay, so I've done different prompts here. Let's see what we're coming up here with. Look at that. Isn't that so cool? So say I had this poster and I had to change something here. So it goes from 25% off. I've just said change it to 20% off without sending it back to a designer to redo the stuff. I'm just going to do one iteration of it still further. So if I wanted to change this now, and I'm happy with the 20%, but limited time, I want to maybe put that to whatever other word. Let's see if we can do it now. This is already in the system. So I've modified it once. It's in the system. I can download this onto the computer and then upload it again, or I could just call it from inside the system. So let me show you here. If I go to Human Stylizer, that's when this choose from library works. It's in the library already, so I don't have to browse off my computer. It's an image that I've done already. So I'm going to go here, choose from library. There we see the 20%. So I'm going to click that. And the instruction I'm going to give here now is, instead of limited time, I'm going to say change time to what can we say? Man. I'm going to just say man. So it will say limited man offer. There we go. So it's going to now do the processing. And I think this, for a lot of designers or people who have the full design done by a designer and coming and, you needing just to get this little change to it. Or maybe you have a poster and you're running it now and the date has changed. Instead of sending it back for them to re-edit, maybe the job is closed already. You can just do this. Okay, let's refresh it there. And there we go, limited man offer. Isn't that cool? I mean, it keeps all the features, the font, everything. So I'm going to open, let's see, open in new tab. And there we go. As you can see, the resolution of the original is not, quite good itself. But look there, the 20% with the font little breakages in the fonts. Look at here, limited man. And this was limited time offer. Okay, Isn't that incredible? So if you're wanting to use this tool to modify in that way, this one here on this side here, this Feast of Tabernacles, was a brown poster, and I needed to lighten it up a bit. Maybe I'm going to just change this one. I've done this, and maybe the people come and they say they don't want it in such a short skirt thing. Then all you do is, because it's on your system already, go back to AI Designer, and we'll go choose from the library. There we go. We select that image, and I'm going to just say, let the lady wear a more conservative dress. Okay, and let's stylize that. Once again, if you're excited about this, and this is just like one of myriad of features. There are, I mean, it's one feature of 20, 30, 40 different features that exist inside this application. But if you're onto it, I'd suggest you get the full version. The cheaper version is $49. There are some limitations on that. Just get the full, can't even remember what it is, professional version. You know, I think it's $100 and some odd dollars. And then you know you've got it for life. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, look at that. It's the same lady there, as you can see. However, we've given her a more conservative outfit. I did not specify that the colors needed still to be maintained, but pretty much that would be it. Now let me just show you a final thing of if we needed to edit these words even, we could do that. Now remember, I've gone from a prompt giving me this first one on the right, then I've taken this one and prompted it to give me this, and I'm going to do, and you can do technically unlimited amount of modifications. So in this one, I am going to say, what can we say? Instead of sing, I think we're going to say, I'm going to say, change the word sing to bring, and make the lady wear a hoodie. How about that? And maybe make the hoodie what color? Hoodie that is blue in color. If you're wondering why I spell color with a O-U-R, it's because I'm in South Africa and we follow British English, not the, forgive me for saying this, the Americans, the lazy English that don't use all the letters in the alphabet. There we go. So we've asked for them to put this lady with a blue hoodie and change the word sing. So let me just refresh this. This at times doesn't kind of refresh on its own because it doesn't ping, so you've got to refresh the screen sort of periodically to see when the thing is done. There we go. So it's changed that into like kind of a neat hoodie style, and there you see it goes from sing to bring. Keeps the font, everything. It's just amazing. So yeah, check below in the description, get the link to Artistly and click on there and go and get yourself a great version of it. You won't be sorry. As I said, there are a lot of other tools there that haven't matured as much as this one has in the Artistly regiment, but there are some that are also just next level, so you can experiment with those. Great.